All right, we are live. What's going on with you?
We are live.
We are live. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are watching and listening around the world, you guys. Welcome to Love Lockdown, the podcast. If you don't know what this podcast is about, is when my husband and I discuss relationship advice that perfectly works for us. So I'm one of your hosts, Britt Brat, and you are?
My friends, I'm Captain Arrogant, and I'm here to save the day. And if you don't know, this broadcast is broadcasted live via Facebook and YouTube every week on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. It is also available the next day on every podcast streaming network. Anyone you can think of, whether it's TuneIn, whether it's Apple Podcasts, whether it's Google Play, whatever you can think of, we're on it. And new to this season, Pandora. We're there.
Getting about that. Pandora.
Love Lockdown, the podcast.
Very exciting. We have a good show for you guys today. But before we get into anything, of course, we need to give a shout out to our sponsors of the day. And would you like to take it? I know you have one that you love to take. So, you love both of them, though. Actually, you know what? We have three now. So, okay, let's start. First and foremost, we've got Bel Air in the building.
Luke Belaire.
Luke Belaire is in the building. Brands.
What are you drinking today?
I am drinking Pink Bottle today, which is something I'm actually really excited. They just sent us a whole package today, you guys. Always come in clutch on podcast day. I don't know. I don't think they do it on purpose, but somehow everything always comes in the day that we need it the most. But I have not been able to find the Pink Bottle anywhere. Like every liquor store we go to now, they're always like, your area, you're the reason that it's like selling out.
Man, they got them. They got them tied to the walls too.
They
man.
really do.
Y'all been stealing them. The price done went up. It's wild. Yeah. But shout out to Bel Air because I love Bel Air. Today I'm drinking the the Velon that just dropped. It's available in a few more states now. I seen it's available in Illinois, so go grab you some. Dope. I'm drinking it straight with a couple pieces of ice.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys though for going into the liquor stores and saying that Britt Brat is the reason that you went in, because people are actually starting to know me now. Like managers at liquor stores are like, "Oh, you are the reason that this is selling out all the time." So it's wild.
Not to toot your own horn or nothing.
Not to toot it, but I appreciate the support. You know what I mean? Like you have to do a humble brag in order to thank people.
Right. So our next sponsor is the new sponsor we got, which is Hoside Jewelry. Hoside.com. Go visit. Go get you some nice pieces of jewelry. Very affordable.
Beautiful jewelry, you guys.
Quality pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah, it goes down on Hoside. So go visit them as soon as you get a chance. That's JOSEOD.com.
I think we'll share it on the Facebook page as well.
Yeah, Facebook and Instagram. So follow us on there if you want to figure out what site it is. Also, we have MrsKisses.com, where it goes up, not down. Mrs. Kisses is a bra site for you women who want to have that look of having new tits. If you want the new tits look without the new tit surgery, MrsKisses.com is the place for you.
So now that you said it that way, I'm going to say it the correct way. Yes, ladies, instead of getting a breast augmentation, if you are thinking about getting one, before you do so, I would definitely suggest that you pick up a Mrs. Kisses bra, because you can definitely get that look without spending thousands and without going under surgery. So I'm all a fan of people doing what they want to do if they're getting happy, but definitely try out the bra first. So we'll talk about more.
Yes. And as always, the Love Lockdown people are in the building already commenting, shouting out where they're from. James, as always, is repping Ipsy, and Ipsy is in the house.
People are in the building today. Hey,
my
everybody.
auntie is in the building. She said, hey, niece and nephew. Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Cuzzo's in the building. What's up, Cuzzo?
Love everybody. What's going on, you guys?
Listen, if you are a part of this show and you want to be a part of the live broadcast, join us. We'll put you on the screen. Go watch the replay. Listen.
Oh, for sure. Also, if you are watching live with us, make sure you guys are also screenshotting. Just watching, whether it's on your TV, phone, whatever it is that you watch us from. Make sure you screenshot, because at the end, I will definitely share you guys in my story on Instagram if you do so, and Facebook. Instagram is popping though. That's where you want to be at. So share it with us at the end. We love to see who's watching and where, and
please,
on what device.
Big Smooth is in the building. He said hello.
Hello.
My auntie said Captain Arrogant looking all intelligent and smart with that red cup in them glasses.
I was
Listen,
gonna say you got glasses on today for those
yeah,
of
you
you
know,
who are just
I'm,
listening.
yeah, you know, I do a little something every now and then. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? A little
looking
something.
smooth, looking smooth,
Listen,
fancy.
listen. The cousins are in the building. Listen, all day long. Andrea said, "Nah, I asked you both about a 12-step program. Neither of you responded. Listen,
Yeah.
let me tell you my 12 steps. I take 12 steps out my door and go grab some Bel Air. That's my 12 steps.
As I was sipping, maybe one day.
DJ motherfucker said, I love y'all. Yo, turn up, DJ.
Love you.
Nina's in the building. It's been a while. What's
My
going on?
goodness. Hey
Throw it
guys.
back.
I
Yo,
know.
everybody in the
Batman.
building.
Crazy. Everybody's here. Greg.
G's in the building. What's going on? Representing Flint Town.
What's going on, everybody?
Dion's in the building representing Florida.
Don't you love though how people are saying where they're from without us saying it? Because we low-key didn't say it today.
Yo,
to say where you're from. Like people are just, that's love.
It's love lockdown.
Yeah, people
it's
know.
Showing love.
No.
My sister's in the building. She said,
It's
bro said he crispy. You already know. You know what I'm saying? If I had a little hair to play with, I'd been playing with my hair while I said that, but I don't got none.
Hey man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You don't miss those days though, do you?
Nah. It save a lot of money. You save a lot of money without getting your hair cut, especially these days. Inflation is a mother.
I'm just making sure because you know LeBron doesn't want to give it up. So I have to ask.
Listen, don't
like,
do Bronny like that.
Gosh, I'm just saying.
My man's got hair plugs and he got to sweat all day. You know what I'm saying? He wears a do-rag as much as possible. Yeah. He's trying to hold on for dear life, but Brian, you do need to come on home. There's a few people that need to come on home. Stephen A, I was watching him yesterday. Stephen A should have came home a long while ago.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I'm not no dude, but I just feel like you guys should embrace the bald.
Listen.
Enjoy it.
Please do, man. Love yourself. Get rid of the hair when it's trying to get rid of you. But what y'all favorite time is up.
Here we go.
So let's get right into it. Current events. Here we go. So
let's go.
This is the part of the show where we share our current events and we talk about what's going on new here out in this world.
There's a lot going on this week.
And I'm blind today because I have no clue of what Britt picked. Well, I do have a clue of one.
I was about to say you got glasses on.
I got a clue of one. So the first one we're talking about today is the Shade Room post, and they posted Keke Palmer and her new boo out on a date. Yeah. Let's take a love lockdown vote. Do we care?
You letting them vote first?
No, I mean, no, I'm just saying I want to see what they gotta say because
sound off in the comments, guys, because this is everywhere. People are going crazy over it. I can tell you a reason that I think people are going crazy over it, but I'll let people sound off first. Chris, I know this is hard for you because those of you who are out there, if you didn't know, he used to have the biggest crush on Keke. I don't know what changed.
I could tell you a few things, but
something changed. Something had changed with it.
Yeah,
I have no idea. That's probably why he's hating y'all. Like,
no, I mean, it must have been a slow news day. I mean, and for those of y'all who are just now coming from under a rock, shout out to Tiger Woods, man. Hope he all right. He got into an accident yesterday. The whole 9 yards.
Sure. Glad Tiger's good. We didn't have. I couldn't with another sorry athlete.
So just chiming in with the comments, people are saying nope. Who cares? And don't care too much. Keke Palmer's one of those people who's always been around, but is not quite newsworthy. So, but she has a boo now. It's an interracial relationship. It's out there. People are posting and talking about it. So we're keeping you up on current events.
That was going to be my reason.
Not particularly the ones that we care about, but it's current.
Yeah, that's gonna be the reason though that I think that it's so popular right now is because he is white. So I think that might be the thing. I have noticed though, whenever it is an African American woman, whenever she's dating someone white, there are a lot more positive comments than there are negative than it is when a black man is dating someone white. So
well, you know,
I've noticed that.
Everybody loved Michael B. Jordan and Lori when they got together though.
What? Are they not this? What are you saying right now?
I
No,
mean,
I'm saying
I know. I'm
interracially.
just
What are you
saying
saying right
the
now?
area. It just. I don't think it has as much to do with race as it has to do with people that people root for. Like I feel like Kiki's like
no.
an underdog for people, and they just root for her. So that I
No.
think that's the issue. It could be race.
It's definitely race.
It usually
It's
is race.
It is.
You know
This is
what
Love
I'm saying?
Lockdown. You got to be honest right now. It's definitely way more positive when it's a black woman with a white man. I personally don't have a problem with anybody. You love who you love, but I just feel like it's 2021. People just need to be happy for everybody. I don't care who you're dating.
So what
I don't
about
care
when
if
it's
he's
a black
blue.
man dating a white woman?
I
Is it
don't
the
have a
same?
problem with it.
I'm saying, but is it the same in your opinion,
No,
or is
that's
it
what
just, or is it just when it's a black woman?
absolutely. It's always negative whenever a black man, especially a very successful black man, is dating a white woman. Is always very negative from both sides, more from the women. But yeah, I feel like that needs to change.
Yeah,
I feel like that definitely needs to change. So I've just been seeing a lot of ghost sis and all of this with her. You know what I'm saying? And it's like when it comes to the men, it's like we just need to stop because it just needs to just be knocked off. So I'm let that go. But we just need to all be happy with people who make other people happy, especially if it's not your relationship.
Yep, and D
Love
Slate
lockdown.
just chimed in. He said, "Who in the hell left the gate open?" I don't know, but that's enough of Kiki Palmer. That was
Bye, Kiki.
probably 99% too much time on her.
Definitely.
So let's move on to the next one. Kevin Hart. Actually newsworthy. He said in a tweet that he wanted to know if love is earned or given.
Mm-hmm.
He believes that love has to be earned. How do you guys feel about it? And for the people who watching live, please chime in on this. I'm very interested in what you have to say regarding this. Britt, what do you think? Is love earned or given?
It's definitely, to me, it's given. If you are working towards someone earning your love, then that means that you're not with them for the right reasons. I feel like you give it, and if you do something to fuck it up, then maybe possibly if you decide to stay with that person, you have to earn it back. You see what I'm saying? But earn just sounds a little, I don't know. To me, it sounds a little funny.
I'm going to go before I go into the comments. I'm gonna give my I think it's both. And I'm gonna say both because people give love to the wrong people all the time. So obviously that's a choice that has to stick for me. But earned, I feel like you can earn somebody's love as well. I don't feel like you should try to. But you know, there are those instances where the right person's been under your nose the whole time, and eventually you fall in love with them. I guess. I mean, I've never been in that situation, but I've heard of situations where people have been in the friend zone, and they fought they fought their way out of the friend zone into, you know, happily ever after. So I believe it can be both. I don't feel like earned is as genuine.
Yeah, no, it's not genuine. Me and I don't do not genuine. So,
but
to me, it's given.
But that's just my opinion. Let's see what
yeah,
the people.
But you're allowed to your opinion for sure.
Yeah, let's see what the people got to say. Cuzzo. Cousin says shit. That's how my bastard ass was made.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like interracial love. It's 2021. If I'm not with you, I don't care who you're with.
James said that he thinks Kevin Hart got a little short-sighted on this one.
I agree.
I believe so, and I just feel like Kevin Hart, with all his relationship issues, should be the last person. Listen, and I'm about to go on a rant.
Here you go. Yeah, go ahead.
Because I get really tired of this. We kept hearing about this dude, Kevin Samuels.
Oh, yeah.
My goddamn God. Why did I have to go look this dude up? So Kevin Samuels has been everywhere. He's this new love doctor dude who considers himself a high-class man. If you do not know, please go check out his videos for yourself. But it came out this week that Kevin Samuels is divorced and behind on child support.
It's usually those people that have a lot to say the most. Yes.
And we probably should do a Kevin Samuels episode because I really can do the whole thing. Like I don't, I can do the whole episode on this, but I'm gonna cut it short.
Yeah,
it's always people like that who want to give you advice.
Always.
Kevin Hart has had multiple trips in his relationship, but he is out here trying to give love advice. It's like, dude, Steve Harvey gonna have 5 divorces and then write you a book about how to be in love.
A million books and movies, though. Has the nerve to be like box office
best sellers. People, listen, if you are a person in this world and you are going into any other thing in this world, whether it's basketball, whether it's corporate, whether it's anything you're being trained for, you're not going to pick the person who got fired to train you. So why, when it comes to love, do we have to listen to divorced people give love advice? Why do we have to listen to people who gets caught cheating a million times give love advice?
I think they think it's okay because they've actually experienced what they did wrong. So they are trying to tell you what they did wrong, but it's like what you're saying, and I'm learning from you. It's who says it, right?
Yeah.
It's the person who's giving you the actual statement or whatever, say the message. Like the messenger has to be right. And
you absolutely
they
correct,
have good
because
hearts,
if we equate this to anything,
yeah.
Draymond Green tried to stand up for the league the other day, and I gave you an example of saying it's just the wrong messenger. Nobody want to hear from you 5 points a game about what's going on in the league.
Right.
Kevin Hart, you've had all these slip ups. I don't want to hear you. I don't want to hear you about love.
No. I don't want to hear Anthony Davis tell me about being healthy.
No, I don't. That's not it. I'm not going to Derrick Rose about having healthy knees. That's not it.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So why do we do this? Why are we running out to buy Steve Harvey's book? Why are we listening to Kevin Samuel? Kevin Samuel clearly has AD motherfucking D. In his video, he has 30 things spinning. He's playing with stuff with his hands.
From what
He's turning away from the camera. He literally has ADD, halfway ass listening and giving advice to these women.
I'm trying to figure out if we just didn't see the right videos, but I am so confused with what people are watching. I will ask this though with Kevin before we move on. What made him say this? Like, is he going through something with his girl? You know what I'm saying? Like, this doesn't come out the blue. I always wonder that. Like, what made someone say that? Let's get to the core of your problem first before we.
And let me be honest, because this is Love Lockdown. It gets even worse with Kevin Samuels. I feel as if you Kevin Samuels, and listen, because Derrick Jackson was bad, but Kevin Samuels is as bad as it gets. If you are a dude who likes dudes, just say you like dudes and don't give advice to women in dude relationships.
That's okay. Yeah.
We don't talk about lesbian relationships on here. We not lesbians.
Yeah, no, we cannot. I don't. Yeah, it wouldn't be the right thing to do. Now, I will absolutely get lesbians on here if you guys would like to have that conversation so they can tell you, but I certainly cannot. So, yeah, Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
Period. Not with you on this one. Let's go.
Listen, I'm gonna jump into the comments real quick.
Okay, because I really
said that Kevin Samuels is hilarious to him. Look, he's pure entertainment.
Oh, he's funny, yeah.
He's pure entertainment. But the sad part is that is people out here listening to him for real. That's the sick part. Pac said that is hilarious. James said that Kevin Hart starred in some of Steve's movies. 2, he needs to sit down.
Oh, I totally agree. Yeah. He probably got that from one of his movie lines, something that didn't come off the script.
Cuz said, now I did like the book and movies. Leave Steve alone. Listen, I don't bother Steve. Steve's about his checks. And he's let us know that on many occasions. He will shuck and jive and WB frog his way to a check any day of the week. I don't have a problem with that. If you that guy who is about checks, cool. But if you're 5 divorces in, I don't need your experience on relationships because clearly you haven't figured it out.
No, you said Steve was doing this?
Yo. Every day on Family Feud.
I just thought about the WB frog when you said that. That is ridiculous. Oh, man. Yeah.
Cuz said he just chimed in. He said, because Steve has a commanding stash. That's all he has going for him. And I don't know what Steve was one of them people that I would give respect to too, because we just talked about hairlines. Steve Harvey was known for his hairline. When that boy started to go, we never knew about it. He went bald.
Yeah.
Give Steve some props on that part.
Right.
That was the realest thing ever. But he was also
Special.
one of the first people to break out the Beijing too, if we want to be real. But at the end of the day, Kevin Hart, too much time on you. Next topic.
And he cheated too. Oh, I forgot about that part. But next topic.
He cheated?
I just thought about that. Yeah. I just really did think about that. Yeah, he has no business. All right, next one.
Listen. So the next person is Hitmaker.
Hitmaker, yeah.
If y'all don't know who Hitmaker is one of the top producers out there. He's formerly known as Young Berg. After he got his chain stolen, his name changed, and he decided to become a producer, which is cool because he's killing the game. He asked a question of why do girls think you gotta pay they bill to be they man? And this is a valid question these days.
I think we had a podcast on this, didn't we?
Yeah, especially paying bills, and do men should men pay all the bills? Women are trained from birth to not want to pay for anything. Plain and simple. Women do not like to pay for anything that does not come in a cute package. Let me rephrase myself. If it's not coming in a cute package or from a designer place, women don't like to pay for it. Okay. Did you and I'll give you an example.
Yeah.
In college, could you afford food?
Yeah.
How many dudes did you have buy you food just because they wanted to buy you food?
I never asked, but when they did, I let them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because women don't like to pay for things that don't come in a pretty package.
I was not raised that way. I was raised to always get my own stuff because what are they going to expect afterwards?
No, I'm not saying that you weren't raised to want to get your own stuff or to
but
get your own stuff.
But that's how you worded it with
no. What I'm saying
some
is
women aren't always.
I'm saying that women do not like. Keyword here. Do not like. I'm not saying they don't. There's a lot of women out here who are paying all the bills. They do not like to pay for anything. That's not coming in a pretty package.
I don't think that counts because I feel like how many women did you let pay for you and you had the money to pay for yourself?
Anybody who would.
Exactly. So like I think
but I'm not about to I'm not about to sit up here and act like I like paying for stuff when it's free.
Well, no one is. No, absolutely. If it's free, you're a fool to, but you also always have to put in perspective. What are they going to expect afterwards? And if you have to compromise your morals for that free something, then don't do it, homie. But if it's free and it's like no anything behind it, because it's just a sucker. I got a lot of suckers in college, y'all, a lot of saps. If they're not expecting anything, get it. You know what I'm saying? But
to be honest, let's be honest here. Let's keep it 100.
Let's keep it 100. Let's go.
My college life was a lot different. My boys, our rule was if it's free, it's me.
There you go.
We roll with that. That's how we rolled. So if we could get it for free, then we was gonna get it for free.
Yeah,
but at the same time, it just to me, I feel like the expectation as a man when you go out on the first date. How many first dates have you pulled your wallet out on?
Many. Because I like to at least show that I have the means to do it. I'm just a different type of person. I don't want anyone ever thinking that they have to do anything for me. But did I end up paying for it? No. You know what I'm saying? But like, I'm not about to sit here and act like I don't have shit. Like, that just has never been the type of person I am. So
okay, my auntie commented. She got your back. She says we were not trained from birth to have men pay for everything. My dad always told us to have your own.
Definitely. Now, but I will say, majority of women, yes, it depends on their upbringing.
And I'm going to counter here. Just because your dad taught you to have your own does not mean that you like to pay. Listen, the light bill come every month. And we pay that bad boy.
No one likes to pay anything.
But I'm going to try, and that's what I'm saying the whole time.
Yeah.
But women are trained for everything outside of what they want to get. That's the difference. It's not the same. The light bill come every month. We're not lining up early like it's an Apple phone release to pay our light bill. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference. We don't like to pay that.
No one likes to pay the bill. No one likes to pay the bill. I can't agree with you with saying that we were trained that way. That's a really bold statement. I don't feel as if especially on mine, I know I'm speaking for majority. I just don't think we were trained that way. But I don't know other people's upbringings. I'm only speaking
Right.
for myself.
Right. Smooth
I'm
said
only
that
speaking for myself.
his checks and her checks go in the same pot. So who pays? Who cares?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, especially when you're married, it gets a little, that changes.
Yeah.
That changes.
That's the same here. I mean, money is money, but at the same time, we're not lining up to pay the gas bill.
Yeah. But yeah, no, you've got women, to get back to what Hitmaker is saying though, you've got women like Sweetie, for example, that's coming out and saying like, girls, if your man can't buy you a Birkin like Quavo, or if you can't do this, then you shouldn't be with him. Now that statement is very terrible. Like
no,
it's so tainted and so messed up in so many ways. Because first off, you got women that are like your normal woman, where you're meeting somebody that can buy you a Birkin. But you've got women like that, you know, just regular degular, like, oh, hell yeah, sweetie, agreeing with her. And I just think that's super foul. So,
right.
Got to figure that out.
My other auntie chimed in and she actually got what I was trying to say. She said some women don't like to buy things in pretty packages. Real women, if they want it and they can buy it, they will. And let me tell you why I was trying to drive that point home. Let me tell you why I was trying to drive that point home. And you can disagree if you want, but at the end of the day, I'm saying what the stereotypes are and how most women are, which is what it is. You can't put yourself in a situation and speak for all women. I can't.
And I never did.
I said because majority. I'm different.
Yeah.
The majority of women do not like to pay for things.
Yeah.
If we want to go into who pays the bills most of the time, we can look those stats up, and guaranteed it's gonna be the man most of the time.
Yeah, definitely. And it also, there's just so much that goes. I'm sorry, but there's just so much more that goes into it because then you got your men that feel as if they are the man they're supposed to do. It just depends. You got your women who didn't get raised with a dad, so then their mamas, it's a cycle of triflingness. Their mamas teach them to use men up.
Bingo.
Like, it just depends on the situation. But it was just hard for me to hear you say all women were trained that way, because that's absolutely not true. But majority of women, I get what you're saying. That's what I just can't agree with you with saying all. That's the only part. That's it.
Okay. Let me rephrase myself.
Yeah.
Most of all the women don't like to pay for shit that ain't coming in a pretty package. And I stand by that on Love Lockdown. Most of all. 99.9%. But Hitmaker was driving the point home by saying that he used the word girls on purpose. In his comment below, he actually said that women, which is what he was trying to say, understand the importance of paying for things. I agree with dude. I don't agree with dudes that often. He's a special breed.
He's special, yeah.
I agree.
It's a conversation that needs to be had, though, for real, because you really do have a lot of celebrity women that I need to add on that are saying stupid shit like that, and it just that conversation needs to be said, because, like, look at where they are, and then you have regular women on Facebook like, yeah, sweetie. It's like,
yeah, but that's the whole episode. That's what we're talking about today is how the media affects these relationships. And bills is one of them, which is why this was actually a perfect topic.
People loved that podcast.
Yeah,
like one of our most listened to ones.
This is my favorite thing from the week, y'all. I got to be honest. This is Safari. If y'all don't know who he is, he's Nicki Minaj's old boyfriend,
aka old ghostwriter.
Yes.
It hasn't been the same since this man, but go ahead.
But Safari, I guess he got in his feelings and decided to take it to Twitter and post that he means this from the bottom of his heart, that getting married was one of his biggest mistakes and it will never happen again. I'm walking away before I end up in jail over some dumb shit. Nobody is worth my freedom. Now, if we actually break this down, for those of you who don't know, Safari is married to Erica Mena. She was a Kardashian minion, and she has since blown up to get to Love and Hip Hop on her own. She married Safari. They're like a together couple. They were couple goals for a lot of you not too long ago.
Were they? Goals?
Yeah.
People were saying that?
Yeah, that was the thing back then. They were Now, me, I said when it happened, they rushed everything a little bit, but in the LA world and the celebrity world, things move much faster. So in celebrity time, they actually took their time, but in real people time, it was pretty quick. It was like 2019, we announcing that we dating, 2020 we getting married.
Mm-hmm. And they had a baby, right?
They have a baby
before they got married. Like she was pregnant during the wedding, I think.
Right.
Okay.
Now let's break down this paragraph before we go to the comments.
Mm-hmm.
To say that you mean something from the bottom of your heart and getting married was one of the biggest mistakes, and it will never happen again.
Yeah.
He's already checked out of his current marriage.
Absolutely. That's exactly what that means.
And then he's blaming his marriage problems on the actual act of getting married and not the people that are in the marriage, which is sick all the way around.
It is. I'm so glad you peeped that because a lot of people do that.
Yeah.
A lot of people like to blame the marriage on the reason that problems occur when it's like, stop it. You guys had these same issues before you got married.
That's weird, bro.
Stop it.
It's so weird. What are you doing? And then on top of it, he compounds it by saying he's walking away before he ends up in jail over some dumb shit, which hints to domestic violence.
Yeah. I don't know what else you could possibly go to jail for unless he's gonna steal her stuff.
Then he says nobody is worth his freedom. Mind you, that he was so angry that he picked up his phone to type this out for us to see. This dude is fucking hilarious. No matter how we cut it, no matter how we try to ignore it, this dude is hilarious all the way around.
He is.
Did I miss anything in the paragraph that I should have took away from this?
No, I guess just to add on to what you're saying, when nobody is worth my freedom, I wonder if he's just realizing that. Like, I feel like a relationship shouldn't have been the only reason you even realize that part. Like that's a humble, perfect example of why people need to understand their worth and themselves before they get with anybody. Because, like, duh. Nobody's worth your freedom. Erica Mena shouldn't be the reason that you're finally stating that part. This whole thing is just weird. I don't know. And to me, I feel like they're just going to stay together anyway. So it's just, y'all got to stop telling your personal problems out for the world to see, because this is just not it.
No,
they're about to be
It's very sick. And before I get to the next part, I'm going to jump into the comments. Rink said that women choose, that the women he chooses, a real woman handles her own bills, but no woman should struggle when she has a man, and women are not trained that way, sir. Well, listen, I clearly rung a bell amongst women in here. Y'all just gonna have to suck it up because the other women make y'all look bad.
I mean, but a lot of men make you guys look bad.
And I'm okay with that.
I cannot make a full statement saying that.
I'm okay with that.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
more for me. That's the credo that I ride by. But I'm not about to ride when I know that there are fools out there making us look like fools.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not gonna happen.
Absolutely.
My auntie said, think about it.
Out there.
That's the entertainment life. They can think about anything. A lot of the times they aren't going to get exactly what they rap, say, or sing. The lyrics are for entertaining. This is pertaining to Sweetie.
Yeah.
It's a different lifestyle that they live. They a little, these rich people are a little off base and a little out of touch sometimes.
Definitely, they're so out of touch. Like, she really thinks what she said is okay. Yeah. Like, she really does think that your man is supposed to get you a Birkin bag. I would definitely agree more with that statement. It's just the fact that that wasn't a lyric. Like, she really said that, like, opened up Twitter and you know what I mean, type that out. It wasn't like it was a inspiration for a song or no, it was in a video. Like, she really said that for advice.
Dog, dead ass. She was telling y'all something.
Yeah.
But getting back to the Safari thing, James just commented and said Bobby Womack would tweet this. I absolutely agree.
Here we go.
Please
don't get started on Bobby.
Bobby Womack would definitely tweet something like this if Bobby Womack had Twitter.
Oh man!
But if we want to be honest, we got to get into Erica Mena's response, which is where it gets even funnier. And they're labeling Safari as a rapper here. I couldn't rap you not one lyric of a Safari song unless we gonna count Nicki Minaj's songs.
Yeah,
Then maybe. But
Mhm.
I listen. Erica Mena goes to say, since you always run the social media like a little girl, I might as well join in. I absolutely agree with you on this. You are the most selfish, vain, and inconsiderate person, and not just with me, but your only daughter. Can we break this down? And I'm gonna let you break it down because you're a woman, and people don't think I'm women hating today. So I've already reached that level of women being
no, you gotta stick
of women
with
having
it.
soft skin.
No,
So I'm gonna let you
got
break
it.
it down.
No, you got it, man. Remember, you're sticking with what you say. You don't have to run away from it. Here we go. Since you always run social media like a little girl, first and foremost, obviously she's hoeing this man. She's telling him that he's acting very female. So we clearly see who thinks wears the pants in the relationship. You know what I'm saying? I absolutely agree with you on this. She agrees with him. You are the most selfish, vain, and inconsiderate person. So really, she's doing the same thing he did, but she is taking his words and making it okay for her to say it because he said it first. That's simple.
I think
she literally was going to do the same thing he was, but he did it first, so it made it better for her. She looks better.
I agree with you.
Yeah, but she wasn't not going to do this.
But you skipped one of the most funniest things about. No, it's the funniest thing about this whole conversation. She says, since you always run the social media like a little girl, I might as well join in. So she's basically saying that she's a little girl.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and then not only that, but then she says, and not just with me, but your only daughter. So now she's like,
yeah,
like
why?
In this.
That's like when somebody
put the kid in here now.
That's like when you get caught stealing something, and then you point at the person next to you like he did it too. Right. Like, why are you bringing your daughter into this?
Right.
It makes no sense, bro.
For what? For what? Because now obviously she's going to see this when she gets older on social media. This, people just do not think especially when it comes to their kids.
They don't.
As I say all the time, I really wish people would have to do a little bit more than just have sex in order to have a kid. Because that's one of the most important things in the world that you're going to have to do is raise a whole human being. And it's just for everything else that you want to do in life that's important, you have to take a test. And when it comes to having kids, for some reason, you don't have to do that. So I just don't know what to say.
It's the crazy. First of all, Facebook came out in 2004. We were college students then. Well, I was a college student then. You weren't quite there yet.
No, 2005.
It was called college Facebook back then. This is the stuff that you would see regular people doing on college Facebook. By the time we actually got to Facebook and they opened it up from college students to regular world people, people weren't doing that anymore. We're not blasting relationship issues on the net. Now, every now and then I'll scroll down my timeline and I'll see a little foolery or a little subtweeting or, a little back and forth. But it's few and far, maybe once or twice a year.
Yeah.
These grown ass, rich ass adults.
Yeah. And I would like to say, even when it comes to thinking about the actual observer, like when I was younger, I used to eat that shit up watching other people's issues. But now I don't even care to see it. Like,
nah,
you know what I mean? Like I used to be like, oh yeah, hype, they're arguing, but now I'm just like, dog, scroll. I just can't. I don't like to know your business.
No, and Rink just chimed in. She said none of this shit needed to be on Twitter. This should stay between him and her or a therapist. He wanted attention, and they both knew who they married.
Yeah, as
a matter of fact, let's give some background. They have an OnlyFans page together.
Yes, they do.
Have they ever argued on their OnlyFans?
I don't know. I've never even thought to check it out.
If y'all know, let us know.
If you know, yeah.
But
that would, if I feel like if you're gonna argue, that would be the thing to argue about if you don't have a stable relationship. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like the sex part would be the thing that you argue about with jealousy and stuff if you guys aren't good, but who knows?
Mike just commented and he said she's gonna know her father isn't there. I don't know if they'll ever get to that part because you can't never read Safari. Also, Love and Hip Hop could be getting ready to drop and we can
Yeah,
all
it's
just be
probably
fools
a
at the
storyline.
end of the day. But I doubt it. They seem like that type of couple. It seems like this is them. So I'm just gonna go with what I see. My auntie said I look just like her dad in those glasses. Uh, yeah, he used to wear the safety ones like this. They was dope.
Oh,
But moving on to the actual topic of the day.
which is
Ding ding
perfect.
ding.
Everything went together with it. We are going to be discussing today if what media, right? If it does any type of effects on relationships.
And let me start for the people who
Media.
are watching, y'all. Let's
Yeah.
start like this. Give me your top 3 movies that affected you, your love life or your relationship life in some sort of fashion.
Mm-hmm.
Now, whether you know it or not, subconsciously, the things that you watch, the things that you hear, the things that you do
Mm-hmm.
are affected by these things that you allow yourself to watch.
Yeah.
I tell Britt all the time that I pretty much can recite all of the Fresh Prince episodes. I watched so many of them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There's the I Spy movie
Mm-hmm.
where Eddie Murphy was Kelly Robinson. I know that one by heart. And a lot of that stuff has built my personality throughout the years because I've just watched it so many times.
Yeah, Kelly Robinson definitely gave you, I wouldn't say he gave you arrogance because you've always been arrogant, but I feel like that gave you a boost. You finally saw like a character on TV or on a movie screen that was like a little bit like you, and then you take it a little too far.
Kelly Robinson showed me what it would be like to be an arrogant adult.
Yeah.
So it made it exciting. Like, yeah, that seems cool. But
yeah, with the leafy bug.
Yeah, what you know about the leafy bug, sissy? No, but for real, like, I seriously want to know, like, is it Love and Basketball?
Uh-huh.
Is it The Notebook? Is it maybe a talk show? Maybe the Wendy Williams show? Maybe that affected your sex life.
Oh, I hope not. I hope Wendy didn't have anything to do with your sex life. Please, God, do not.
And we're talking about love life in general, not just sex. We're talking about how you look for relationships, what kind of relationship you want to have. And I always harken back to this one scene in Love and Basketball. By the way, we don't watch Love and Basketball in this house. That movie was absolutely fucking awful.
Overrated movie in history.
Yeah, that's not a popular opinion.
You just pissed everybody off.
That's not a popular opinion. But that movie was awful. And my man's was like, I don't know who said it, but somebody was like, let's play a game of one-on-one for your heart. Gee. First of all, don't use the sanctity of basketball to legitimize y'all crazy ass relationship that y'all had together.
Yeah.
First of all, so if he wins, he loses. And if he loses because now he got to have your crazy ass who's gonna want to play one-on-one for everything
all the time. Baby, who's gonna take the trash out?
One-on-one.
Let's play. Let's go.
So both of y'all gonna put shoes
right
on
now
and walk outside right past the trash can to play one-on-one.
Yo, at least they're gonna be in shape though. They're gonna be in shape.
Listen, not really. My man's leg was broke.
Oh man, come on now. Well, I will start though with mine since we're waiting on people to tell us what movies really got them. First and foremost, people are gonna think I'm weird. I'm gonna be honest. This is probably gonna be a meme, but Aladdin was my first crush.
I told you people gonna think that you in a cartoon porn.
People probably will think I'm in a cartoon porn, but that's fine. You wanna know why? Because you're not me. You don't know my life. But no, honestly, I thought Aladdin was fine. He's a cartoon, but I always like to say that obviously cartoons are based off of a real human being, so I don't feel bad. But no, Aladdin was like my first crush, the innocence that's just radiating from this podcast right now. And then when it comes to actual relationship, A Walk to Remember is what got me into actually not wanting to be with anybody. I saw that movie, I think in like middle school, or maybe high schoolish. But I remember watching that because one of them dies. I don't want to ruin the movie if you haven't seen it. But I remember being like, yo, I don't ever want to love somebody and they just die. Like, that's difficult. So that fucked me up when it came to wanting to be in relationships. And then clearly, I actually did live an experience like that. So Walk to Remember, Aladdin, and then I don't have a third one though. maybe Coming to America.
Okay.
Coming to America actually made me really standoffish because I felt like Lisa's sister was such a whore bag and she was darker complected. So that pissed me off. I think that helped me also not ever want to portray myself as a slut because I felt like back then the movies always had darker women being absolute whores. Did you notice that?
Yeah, it was like the thing to do.
Yeah, like.
But
I
we
was
need to
like,
stop and pause.
"Dog."
We need to stop and pause. The Coming to America 2 is getting ready to come out.
Yeah,
So
it's
we got to
definitely
stop
coming
it
out.
because you brought Coming to America up. We
Yeah.
need to stop and give a moment of silence to how fine Lisa actually is right now. She looks way
beautiful
better than she
now.
used to look.
Yeah.
And Britt will tell you the first time I've ever watched a movie with her, I told her flat out, Akeem is an idiot because
Yeah.
his wife in Zamunda was way finer than Lisa.
Oh, still is. She still is. But yeah, beautiful.
I haven't seen
But
her.
she's
Is
like,
she?
yeah, she still looks the exact
Or are you
same.
just riding for the dark skinned people right now?
No. Listen, first and foremost, don't play that game with me. I don't do dark, like, I don't play the versus thing because we're all black. I don't do that. But I'm just saying that the movie made me realize that that's how the game is played. That's how they're portraying us. So
No,
I'm not going to allow
asking,
myself
like,
to look like that.
No,
she really is, though. She's gorgeous.
Is she still that fine?
Yeah, no, she really is. Look her up. Still looks the exact same.
Okay,
so.
I just need to know. I need to know.
But you hear me vouching. Lisa looks beautiful.
Yeah.
She looks way better than she used to. I don't do the light skin, dark skin thing, y'all.
Listen,
don't play with me.
Listen.
Don't do that.
I'm going to be honest. So, sometimes Britt will ride hard for her dark skinned people because she feels like they had it harder in life.
I ride for everybody.
And then that's just it. She's where she feels she's needed as an advocate.
I do have to be, yes, because if it's not that. It's
Should I single screen you now or
no? You don't have to do that. I'm not even about to harp into this too much. It's not that. It's just that I feel like if I had $1 for every time I heard you're pretty for a dark skinned woman, like that turns me off. I can't stand it. Like people could just be pretty. I've seen people of all complexions that are ugly. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna harp into this though. We're all black.
Let me tell you how your mind works versus mine works. Your mind takes you there. If somebody tells me I'm pretty for a big dude, I ain't heard nothing but you pretty.
Yeah. For you, yeah.
That's just where it cuts off for me.
To me, I can't with that. I cannot with, and it's always your people that say it too. Like, I'm sorry, I'm confused.
Okay, we get off topic. We're gonna be on this all day.
That's why I said don't single screen me.
Listen, dude.
I said don't do it.
Okay, so back to the topic at hand. Let's jump into some of these comments. Michael said the movie that got him was The Last Boy Scout because he hates cheating. How to Be a Player, because he learned how to keep his lies straight, and Money Train because brothers stay brothers.
Mm-hmm.
That makes actual good sense. Cousin Lisa just said that it was just right for her. The best man, but in real life, she watched her parents. I understand that as well. Hetty actually said it was Brown Sugar for her. She also said A Walk to Remember. And Auntie Lane said the Real Sparkle movie, Irene Cara and Philip Michael Thomas. I haven't seen that.
I'm such a loser. I've seen all of these movies. I'm such a movie buff that I literally am like, yep.
I usually don't watch movies unless it's comedy or it's some drug dealing, killing, or stripping going on. That's my rule for movies and shows pretty much.
Yeah,
it's got to be some action or some comedy, or I'm out.
Mine's no better if someone's not dying. Really, there's not a haunting or some sort of just absolute gruesome murder. I'm probably not watching it either. So we all have our things.
Yep.
For sure. But just to add on to cuz Lisa, I will say that my mom and dad definitely had a big effect on my life. It's funny because you guys, they have been married for 51 years and they have such a beautiful relationship. Like my parents' relationship is beautiful. It was so beautiful that they are the reason that I never thought I was going to get married, because I never thought that I would be able to ever have anything that they had. I never understood how two people that are complete opposites could build a life together. Never understood that. You know what I mean? You would think it would be opposite because they were so good that I would be the one that's like, oh, I can't wait to get married. I'm gonna be just like my mom and dad. But they were so good that it scared me. It's like I'll never be able to do that. So
I totally agree. To this day, they special. That's a
yeah,
special
it's a
relationship.
special relationship for sure.
But my aunt Angie just chimed in. She said that coming to America, the woman that the father chose for him didn't have her own mind, which Eddie didn't like. That's because he was young.
Don't start. Don't. Here you
go. So she also said that Two Can Play That Game is a movie that affected her relationship wise.
Yeah.
Don't know that movie at all. James said the color purple showed him how to do better. Until you do right by me. For real. Y'all,
he's a fool for that.
I'm glad Bracy just chimed in. She said, hey, if you just joined in Cheyenne, then you are late, which is okay because it gives us a chance to plug our last episode, which was about how women rate men.
Rate. Men.
Rates,
make sure you say it correct.
Yeah, I gotta say rates with the actual T because somehow when this was pitched to Cheyenne, she heard rape.
Yeah, she thought I said rape.
Not on Love Lockdown.
Oh, that would be it's rate. My little country self just said it all willy-nilly, and she's like, I was like, what is the hesitation with this? Oh, she thought I said rape. Okay, I get it.
And cousin Lisa just chimed in and said that Godfather is her favorite movie of all time. Okay, so we got a lot of comments. If y'all want to tell us the movies that affected y'all relationship wise and tell us why, chime in the comments. But I'm gonna give you mine now. The first one is The Notebook. Notebook is one of the main reasons I really don't watch love movies to this day.
Mm-hmm.
No, it wasn't The Notebook.
I was about to say, did you? Yeah,
that wasn't the first one I wanted to do. The Notebook is one of them.
It is one though. Okay,
but the first one is Titanic. The Titanic really good one. The Titanic really fucked me up because her ass knew she could have scooted over and shared that thing with him. And that's when I realized that women were selfish and that they wouldn't want to pay for things unless it came in pretty packages. So that's how it affected me to this day. And to this day, I know how big a door is. And I know, like, even if you cut that bad boy in half, and you see this man freezing in the water, he done worked his whole time to save your ass. Nigga, you can't even scoot over.
Yeah, no, that was
don't trust him.
That was ridiculous. No, I will say that every time I watch Titanic, I always every single time I watch it, I always say that maybe this time, as if it was gonna change. like they went in, changed all the reels, movie production was just. This time Rose is going to get over and share, but I can see how that could fuck you up.
The number 2 movie for me is Drumline. I know this is gonna seem weird, bro, but Drumline, and it will come on. I will watch it every time it comes on because it's just one of those movies where if Drumline comes on, you got Zoe Saldana. I'll even watch what's that? Love Don't Cost a Thing with Nick Cannon.
Oh yeah.
Love that movie too. Every time it comes on, I'm watching it.
Yeah, it's a gem.
But Drumline did something to me, man. And it was kind of the same thing in Love Don't Cost a Thing with Nick Cannon. And if you think about them, they're really kind of the same movies with different things going on. But it really messed me up when Zoe Saldana ignored dude in front of her parents. And then like she slid on dude in the lunch line, and I just felt like he should have busted her in the head with the tray at that point. Like she literally acted like dude was invisible when her parents were around.
She did that,
but then wanted to be back cool with dude, like when they got back to campus, as if she was living 2 different lives. Mm-hmm. Don't trust them.
Yeah, Love Don't Cost a Thing seriously was very similar. I never thought about that. And you know what, Nick Cannon, can we please talk about the makeovers in these movies? He still looked the same. Like, I didn't understand. I never understand the makeovers in these movies. It's like they take the ponytail out and then suddenly they're the hot chick. Bitch, you look the same. They look the same. I'm confused. I thought dude was whacker when he got cool because he was doing too much. He's doing too much. He had shoes around his neck. And
Dude was literally
like,
in Drumline a continuation of Love Don't Cost a Thing, except he did not go into engineering, he went into music. It was literally a continuation of that movie. Same premise, same everything.
Maybe he did that on purpose. I feel like I need to talk to him now.
Either way, that movie messed me up. The last movie that really messed me up, and I know this is gonna sound funny, but it was when I was a kid. It was a show, the Ninja Turtles. We used to get up every morning and watch. And I think her name was April Jones or something. And she started like dating one of the turtles. And I used to wake up every Saturday like, but he's a turtle.
It's weird, bro.
That's weird, bro. Like what type of sexual issues were they pushing on us as kids?
Yeah.
It was very strange.
Very bestiality, like Beauty and the Beast. Let's be real.
Beauty and the Beast, Princess and the
Beast
Frog
was way better than the Prince when
Princess
he turned back into that Prince.
Why are you kissing on frogs, homie?
Yeah, no, it's all weird. Disney has an agenda for sure.
It's sick. I don't like it, but it messed me up when I was a kid. I used to sit there like, oh, it's a turtle, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know that, it's a turtle. They live in the sewer. But yeah,
I always thought the Beast was supposed to be a Negro, anyways. Though I feel like that was their way of saying it without saying it. But moving on.
No, for real. And I was gonna say The Notebook, but I'm gonna let y'all fly with that one. The only thing I think about when I think about The Notebook, the movie, was that song that's better go around in circles. Can't stand it. Groundhog's Day, don't like it too much. Rewinding for me, can't stand
horrible. I hate movies like that. They're repetitive and they just keep doing the same day over and over. It's a nightmare. It's a nightmare. But yeah, Notebook. Notebook definitely made me think like, damn, yeah, we probably should die together. Because if we don't, then I'm just gonna be a crazy fool alone here in this world. This crazy thing we call life.
Listen, if you were to get sick, I'm gonna read to you one time, and when your memory come back, I'll continue. But I don't like to repeat myself now, and you goddamn healthy. The hell is wrong with you?
I don't want to listen to the same story twice anyways. Don't do it. Let me forget my memory before you keep telling me the same damn story. Because I'm eventually going to get mad like, yo.
No, for real, dog. Like, my man was doing too much, bro. Like, when she ain't doing right, stay home, Chief. Let her eat in peace, because you're wasting your time, homeboy.
I cannot.
But Cheyenne just said the couple on Crooklyn, they was toxic. That affected her. If you think about that, that actually makes wonderful sense.
There's so many relationships that were toxic. Martin and Gina.
Martin and Gina were toxic as shit, bro.
We talk about that all the time. Those two were, hilarious together. But if you really watch an episode, those two were so toxic.
I believe that even on My Wife and Kids, Jay and Michael was toxic. Yeah, like we just watched the episode where they went to the therapist. They went to the therapist because dude wanted to play the video game. Hilarious. Toxic. But my auntie just chimed in. She said yes on the Titanic. Cousin Lisa just said, oh, it was such a sad movie. Cousin Mike just said that was a big ass door.
It was big. There was no reason. There was no excuse for Jack freezing like that, y'all.
Lisa said, get in where you fit in. James said, one sound, Devin. Listen, I will watch Drumline every time it comes on, but I just never understand why she ignored that man like that. Is it because he got punched in the face after that game and he embarrassed the school? I didn't see anything bad enough for her to act like dude don't exist. I don't get it.
As many times as we've watched it, maybe we need to just sit down after the show and watch it again tonight. Figure this out for once and for all. Like,
listen, I talked about on how men rate women and what they would deal with. Zoe Saldana is level 10 classification, Hall of Fame, fine.
So you wouldn't have dealt with that then? If you think that way, here's the perfect question. If you think that, you wouldn't have dealt with her giving you a little ignoring, a little silent treatment?
Capital hell no.
She wouldn't have gotten away with that?
No, I don't give a shit how fine you are, because it wasn't the fact that she ignored dude.
Yeah.
It was the fact that she ignored dude when her parents came around.
Okay.
That was the part. That
I
was the
see what you're
part.
saying. So you don't like to be embarrassed.
It wasn't an embarrassment
That the part,
It was because he didn't know her parents. Embarrassment don't even tip in. It's
right?
basically the fact that you're acting totally different when your
Yeah,
parents come around.
yeah,
You fake, bro. There's
yeah,
no coming back from that. And I don't give a shit how fine you are. It's
yeah,
raps.
yeah. Because if she's doing that with the parentals, y'all, you know she's gonna do it with somebody else.
Man, say it
I
again.
don't do that. And I listen. Let me tell you one more time. I say it all the time. I don't do those people that are different every single time you see them. I don't do it. I hate those people. Like this is not gonna happen. So
Tristan said higher learning. Mike said he can't stand Nick Cannon. That's his Trey Songz. Do not say Trey Songz on this show because I refuse to give her another single screen about Trey Songz.
I'm about to make a shirt that says I hate TreySongs.com. Nobody would wear it with me.
My auntie chimed in. She said The Blind Side, that's her all-time fave. Mike said her name is April O'Neil. He just got triggered. I'm telling you. If you used to wake up on Saturday mornings, it was very weird. Like, dude, I'm eating my cereal. That's a turtle. Leave him alone.
Yeah. That's strange. The things we watched.
James said the Beast was Bobby Womack. Yo, the Beauty and the Beast story reminds me of a lyric. And it's funny, I got the Bel Air hat on, but it reminds me of a Rick Ross lyric when he used to be like, what did he say? He said, he used to couldn't pull women. Now he pull Emmy winners like kitty litter. Like the Beast was pulling them when he was the Beast.
Yes.
When dude changed it to an actual person.
Don, I'm so sorry. I know I keep bringing this up, but to be honest with you, can we seriously say the Beast was supposed to be a Negro? Like that was when she was supposed to be unsafe.
You are really race heavy today.
I am.
I'm just saying.
Black History Month. We can do this. But then, did you notice that when he turned back into the prince, it was like, oh, the safe guy now. Like, am I not the only one that saw that?
But what you're saying is he had bad credit until he turned into that white man.
It was Belle can't be with him when he was the Beast, but then when he turned into that prince, it was like cool. Now they could get married, live happily ever after, and wear that princess dress. You go, girl.
It had nothing to do with bestiality, though.
Well, if you listen and watch or read, if you read any of these old Disney, like the actual. What was it, Grimm Brothers? Am I saying that correctly? If you really read any of these Disney movies, like all of them are dark and messed up.
Yeah, that's true. The real books are for sure.
Yeah.
Cheyenne said Carmen Jones, the Beyonce version. Never seen it.
Yes, you did.
Have I?
Yes. That was like that BET when it was like a musical, Beyonce. She was Carmen Jones. You'll probably remember that red dress she was in though. What you know now what I'm talking about. Oh, for real?
I don't.
You're gonna know it when we get off. You're gonna be like, "Oh, damn, that's what she was talking about." Yeah.
Yeah. Cooking with Granny Peaches is in the building, y'all. If y'all haven't subscribed to her on YouTube, she gives out great meal advice and recipes.
That food, boy.
But James says something that I need to get this put on the shirt. He said Rose killed Jack. Point blank. Period. She was a murderer. As soon as they got her warm, they should have put her motherfucking ass in handcuffs. Ain't no discussion. Lock her ass up.
I'm about to fall out. She did get away with murder and then got away with like diamonds. She low-key was a robber and a murderer. She wasn't supposed to have that heart.
He should have turned that motherfucking door upside down and told Rose to get it the best way she know how.
Oh my goodness. I can't.
Bracy just hit us with one that's gonna be the one for us to finish this episode off.
Okay.
Because she hit us with why did I get married?
Yeah, we've talked about that one before.
Listen, bro. Why did I get married? 2? Is it a 2?
It's the 2. Yeah, 2 is the
2 is so goddamn long that I thought it was 4 movies.
It's definitely 2 movies. It's like Bad Boys 2 when you had the one happy part and then totally different storyline.
Why did I get married was bad.
Did what?
Is that the one where she flew?
when she drove because she was too
when
fat
she-
to be on the plane, and her husband was like laughing at.
Yeah, she like needed like 2 seats, or is that 2?
No, that was the first one. Yeah.
So she bust him over the
Yeah.
head, the bottle in the first one.
First one, yeah.
Okay.
There's just so much to impact in all those movies that you don't. I can see the confusion.
And then Janet Jackson killed her whole family in the second one. Tyler Perry is got to be the most dramatic person on this planet.
Key, you want to talk about killers? You have to put her on the list.
Janet Jackson.
Pam? What's her name? Pam. In that, she definitely killed her whole family.
And then while dude was in the hospital, like she wanted everybody to create a porn and like, oh, look at me. You don't want to be like me. Fix it, bitch.
She definitely killed her whole family.
You're the reason that he in here.
Killed her son and the husband. Like, how did she get away with that?
No, peep this part though. This is the funniest part.
Yeah.
What was the part? And we can say it together. What's the part of that movie that literally is the biggest, wildest, toxic, most hated part of that movie in our household?
You want to count it down?
You would count it down. 3, 2, 1.
It's
my money.
I was going with it, but that leads into it. When you're pouring that liquor in her mouth. Yeah, it's my money from the book.
Dog, when she was like, "What do you mean your money?" The book was about her and him.
So you just didn't use this whole, technically low key too. If you guys think about it, all her books were about not only this man but her friends. So while they're consoling her, they should have been pissed with her too because she wrote a whole book about them.
And they should have jumped her ass for killing their homeboy, dog. Like they all should have stomped her ass out in that waiting room. She in there talking about fix it.
Yeah, that movie. Yeah.
What's wrong with y'all? Then they get up and kiss and make up like all of the toxic ass problems that they got with each other. All of a sudden are fixed because my man's in the hospital.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Tyler Perry definitely. Listen, I'm not knocking the black man because
that's why you should not give it. That's why you should not give advice to straight people.
Yeah, Tyler Perry.
When you like men's.
Yeah, Tyler Perry gives out very toxic advice on all of his movies. Very, very toxic advice. Like, just because this man is dying in the hospital does not mean that you guys have to be getting along now, because that whole everybody was fucked up.
Everybody.
Angela was a drunk.
Everybody should have got a divorce.
Everybody should have.
Her grown ass talking about going through this man's phone.
Mm-hmm.
My man's was broke from Meet the Browns.
Yeah.
She should have divorced his wannabe police officer ass because he was broke.
Oh my god.
And he tried to get like tough tone with her ex-husband, like, yo, drink your little juice, punk. The whole movie is just
dog. Not only that, but can we please talk about how she like put this man back to good health because he had cancer? I'm sorry, but did we forget everything this man did to you? There's doctors that can be taking care of him. He has family that can be taking care of him. You don't have to be nice to this man just because he's got cancer. I'm sorry.
This man made your ass drive up into the Alps while he sat on a comfortable ass plane with his side chick.
Yeah, maybe I'm a terrible person, but that's unforgivable. I'm not about to take care of you just because you're sick. You can find other people that will do that for you. So
Smooth said the drunk bitch got on his nerves. She gets on my nerves in every movie.
It's
not because she's drunk. She's just loud as shit.
Mm-hmm.
Relax. I know her mic level has to be level 1 because she's screaming at all times.
Mm-hmm. I always wonder that too, though. Like, is Tyler Perry trying to say that's how? No, I'm gonna stop.
Let me say what you about to say. Is Tyler Perry about to say?
No, I'm gonna
she
stop.
dark skinned,
I'm
she loud.
Stop because you said I'm turning everything racial today. I'm sipping my tea from my belly.
Look, baby, I'm you. Look, I'm you. Tyler Perry wanted y'all to know the stereotype that because she dark skinned, she got to be loud.
Actually,
how come Janet was whispering?
Actually, you know what? Low key, that you said it for me because I actually wasn't thinking that.
Yes, you were, dude.
No, I was actually gonna say, is that how he thinks black women are, like all that were loud but you actually made a good point. So
listen, at the end of the day, if you made a living playing a woman, we don't need your relationship advice, my mans. Like, let's keep it real. Like, every movie that he made up to that point made the black man look really bad.
Yeah, and what's her name too? Alice Walker. Your color purples and whatnot.
I'm not one of them people. I
Uh-huh.
believe the art is the art.
Yeah, definitely.
But with it being art, let's not come out with the same movie 8 times with different names on.
Over and over and over. Listen, it's entertaining, yes, but just the actual, if you're really sitting there and you're thinking that you need to take advice or take in and really live your life the way that you just learned that someone taught you in a Tyler Perry movie, then, but if you're just watching it for entertainment value, I'm with you.
Monty said, what about Angela? Which one was Angela? Was she the one?
That's the one you're talking about. Angela's
the loud one?
Yeah, the one that you can't stand.
What was the other one? Not the one that
Tyler Perry's actual wife? Awful. She's the one I can't stand the most on the movie.
Yeah, her.
She went in.
Is that his wife in real life?
No, I'm talking about just on the movie. That's his wife in the movie. But she went and got her tubes tied in the first movie without telling this man. That's messed up. He wanted another kid. What else did she do? She did some real messed up stuff. She didn't have time for him when they were on vacation. And then when you think it's over, the next movie, you think they're going to be good because she fucked up so many times. Nope. She cheated with dude. No, she didn't actually cheat, but she did cheat. Yeah, because she was having one of those emotional cheating.
Listen.
I think being an emotional cheater is way worse than actually being a physical cheater. So she cheated on this man in the second movie. Like
thank you, Cheyenne.
Terrible person.
You really put it out there. That movie probably ruined me more than any other movie
all
because
messed up.
to this day I refuse to go on any couples trips. And it's not because we don't do that. We don't like our couples friends. But we're at a point in our life where we understand that all couples aren't as fun as couples as we are.
Yeah.
Anything that I would do by myself,
yeah,
I would take my wife to do.
Yeah.
So if it's not the same for you, then the couple's vacation is out of there. And then even with that being said, some of the stuff that I like to do,
yeah,
you're not gonna be able to hang. So taking you on a couples trip is pointless.
Yeah, we have relationship fun that's like single fun but together. It's real strange. But yeah, no, honestly, I don't know if I just feel like people when they get in relationships, they feel like they have something to prove. Like they feel like they have to cut out their single friends now. Like there's just so many weird things that go on. Like I have so many people who are like, I'm in a relationship now. I only want to invite my friends who are in relationships on this trip. It's like, dog, why? Because now your single friends are any less fun? Like this is strange. I just don't get it. I don't get it.
And I know a bunch of people who totally different around their chicks. It's like, bro, like I don't want to be around fake you and your chick all day. I'm good.
Yeah, awkward. It's awkward.
Yeah.
Then you gotta be careful what you say around them and the stories you tell from college because she's gonna be mad. It's like, why are you mad? You didn't even know them yet. So it's like,
this is the one that's gonna get you.
Yeah.
Even more like. It's always the people who want to go on couples vacations who were just fighting over something trivial last week. Like, dog, no.
That's another thing. Like, we don't do that arguing business. I can't with that. It makes me awkward and uncomfortable. I don't want to hear your problems. Like, this ain't no fun for nobody. I don't get it.
No,
I don't get
it. And also, my cousin Dante, aka Dog, just joined the episode. He said, she should have been divorced on the first one because when she found out she tied her tubes and he didn't know.
Yeah.
And Dante would say that Dante has 8 kids. So he would know. If you want to listen, I tell y'all about taking advice from qualified people. This man would know.
No, but it's true. Yeah. Like, listen, I'm all about the woman doing what she needs to do, but that's a conversation you have to have with your husband.
No, yeah, for real.
Especially if this man is sitting here thinking that he's about to be able to create another human with you. Because now, not only are you just so foul for doing it, number one, but you're about to let him mentally think that he's just not pumping right anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's going to be thinking that his stuff ain't working.
No, listen.
That's messed up. Like,
that man keeps skeeting for no reason.
And he's probably right. thinking like, dog, am I broke? That's terrible. Do it to somebody.
Man, listen.
That's terrible.
If you had to pick one, because we didn't even get into social media, we didn't get into any of the other things. I know it's getting
that's
late.
a totally different episode. Anyways, that's good.
Yeah, the social media topic, we can jump on that. But we got a couple episodes coming that we got lined up for y'all guys that we're gonna save. Regarding things like, I'm not gonna tell y'all. But we got a couple episodes coming. That's some hot ones. We're gonna ride out because we got a lot of people who watch us and jock us. They do a terrible job at jocking us, but when y'all see your promotion, y'all know what it is.
They do awful at. Listen, I know. Listen, they do awful at it. Like, you can only be yourself. That's all I'm gonna say.
Be yourself. Be the best.
Take the foundation, but you
be the best person that
you
are. You know what I'm saying? Be you. I'm gonna root for you. But if I post a picture today and you post that same picture tomorrow, way worse, with a blurrier phone and fucking not edited at all, like with no effort, and it keeps happening.
Yeah. Oh, you cut out. I got you now. I got you.
Yeah, I said that I'm gonna have a problem with that. Like, don't jock me terribly. Like, at least do me justice. I feel like, okay, like I said, I took parts of my personalities from people out here in the world. Like I said, I got part Will Smith, part Eddie Murphy from different movies.
Yeah. Someone's calling you.
Yeah, somebody's
popular. Yeah, so you're popular.
My phone's on Do Not Disturb. I have no clue why it's going through.
Yeah, but will do that.
Yeah, it's literally why are we doing this? Yeah. I don't understand it. Period. So just be the best person you can be. Yeah. Be you, because nobody else can be you but you.
No, not at all. And it's cool being yourself, you know. It's cool.
That's the coolest part.
Like, people are try so hard to be cool, but it's like, just be yourself and it'll naturally come. But with that being said, I enjoyed this episode today, and we definitely missed out on a bunch of things to talk about that we for sure can make into whole topics of their own. So I'm actually pretty happy we didn't hit them.
No, Rose killed Jack.
She's a killer. That. So did Janet Jackson.
Don't ever forget that, Jack. Janet Jackson killed her whole family.
She killed her whole family. And they got to like almost date The Rock at the end of this second one. I'm so confused at how she gets to have a good life when she killed her whole family. We need to talk about that.
But she did get domestic violence to the ground though. When dude was pouring that vodka in her mouth, yo.
Yeah, that was
one of the most ridiculous scenes in history.
But you still don't kill this man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just gotta go your separate ways. You gotta go your separate ways. But does media affect relationships?
Yes, they do.
Absolutely.
Shout out to our sponsors, yo. Bel Air.
We love you guys so much. Thank you, MrsKisses.com.
Wholesale Jewelry. Initial Brands. iBrandCorp.com. If you need a logo, a business startup, or anything, iBrandCorp.com, they got you.
Shoot, so much. So definitely. Again, if you guys watched with us tonight, make sure you screenshot it and send it out to me so I can share you to my story. Go give us a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts. It gives us so much. Helps us out so much. And with that being said, you guys can listen again tomorrow on all streaming apps if you missed it, which you didn't because you're watching right now. But you might want to listen. You might want to listen. We love you guys.
Everywhere.
Yeah, we're everywhere.
We're everywhere.
This
is what we do.
Yes. Peace. We love you guys. Mwah.